To the memory of my father at Thurgarton Church, the sun burns the winter clouds overth gone Danish stony and thatched reeds that covered Barest Chapel. I know I could compare it with the Norse longboats that bore burning the body forth in honor from the shore of great fjords long ago. The sky is red and cold overhead, and three small sturdy trees keep a hold in the world in the stone-walled hut enclose as the dead below I enter and find I stand in a great barn, bleak and bare. Like ice the winter ghosts and the white walls gleam and flare and flame as the sun drops low and I see. Then, that slowly the December day has gone. I stand in the silence, not wholly believing I am alone. Somehow I cannot go. Then a small wind rose, and the trees began to crackle and stir, and I watched the moon by degrees ascend in the window till her light cut a wing in the shadow. I thought, the house of the dead. The dead moon inherits it, and I seem in a sense to have deed as I rise from where I sight hand out into darkness. Go, I know as I leave I shall pass where Thurgarton's dead lat those old stones in the grass under the cold moon. I see the old bones glow. No, they do not sleep here in the long holy night of serene soul, but keep here a dark tenancy in the right of rising up to go. Hear the owl and soul shriek with the voice of the dead as they turn on the polar spit and burn without hope and seek without hope the holy home below. Yet to them the mole and mouse bring a wreath and a breath off the flowering leaves of the soul, and it is from the tree of death leaves of life grow the rain. The sometimes some or rain on a memory of rose will fall lightly and come among them as it erases summers so long ago, and the voices of the seance so much loved will flitter over the nettled rose off graves, and the holly tree twitter like friends they used to know. And not far away the sea and paralyzed stream is founded also, that day the flesh became glass and a dream with nowhere to go, haunting the December fields their bitter lives, and treat us to remember the lost spirit that grieves over these fields like a scarecrow that grieves over all it ever did and all note done. That grieves over its cross-purpose lot to know and not to know. The masterless dog sits outside the church door with dereliction haunting its heart that hankers forth hand that loved it so. Not in a small grave outside the stone wall will the love that it gave ever be returned, not for all time or tracks in the snow more in the death of the dog tan our bones ever shall receive from the hand of God his bone again, or old that high hand could bestow. As I stand by the porch I believe that no one has heard here in Thurgarton Church a single veritable word save the unspoken no. The God-fathered negative thought responds to our mistaken, incredulous and heartbroken desire above all to live as though things were not so. Desire to live as though they two-footed clay stood up proud never to know the tempests that rage in the cup under a rainbow. Desire above all to live as though the soul was stone, believing we cannot give her love since we are alone and always will be so. That heartbroken desire to live as though no light ever set the seas on fire, on no sun burned at night or mercy walked to and fro. The proud flesh cries, I am not caught up in the great cloud of my unknowing. But that proud flesh had endowed us with a cloud we know. To this the unspoken youth the dead God responds, and then the whirlwinds blow over all the things and beyond, and the dead mop and mowing there in the livid dust and bones of death we search until we find as we must outside Thurgarton Church only wild grasses blow. I hear the old bone in me cry and the dying spirit call, I have forfeited Allen once and for all must die, and this is all that I know. For now in a wild way we know that justice is served and that we die in the clay wet red, desired, and deserved, awaiting no judgment day,